7 Painful Truths About Highly Intelligent INFJs. Highly intelligent INFJs are often admired from the outside. They seem insightful, emotionally aware, thoughtful, mature beyond their years. They understand people deeply. They anticipate outcomes. They ask meaningful questions. They notice what others miss. But here's what most people don't see. The very traits that make intelligent INFJs perceptive and wise also create very specific internal struggles. Their minds don't turn off easily. Their empathy doesn't come with an off switch. Their depth doesn't come with a manual. Being a highly intelligent INFJ often feels like carrying a powerful internal system in a world that runs on surface-level settings. Here are 7 things highly intelligent INFJs struggle with, and why those struggles are deeply tied to their strengths. 1. Chronic overthinking that never fully stops. For a highly intelligent INFJ, thinking isn't just a tool. It's a constant background process. Their mind is always analyzing conversations after they happen, replaying emotional interactions, imagining future outcomes, connecting ideas across time and context. They don't just think about what happened. They think about what it meant, what it revealed, what it could become, how it fits into a larger pattern. After a simple social interaction, they may ask themselves, did I say too much? Did they feel uncomfortable? What did that tone shift mean? Is this relationship changing? This isn't insecurity in the usual sense. It's a brain wired for depth and pattern analysis that doesn't automatically power down. The upside: incredible insight. The downside: mental exhaustion and difficulty being fully present. Their intelligence gives them foresight, but it also traps them in mental loops that are hard to escape. 2. Feeling deeply misunderstood, even by people who care. Highly intelligent INFJs often feel like they live in multiple psychological layers at once. They experience emotions and their causes, present reality and future implications, surface conversations and hidden meanings. When they try to explain their thoughts, they often feel like they're compressing a 3D experience into a 2D sentence. So they simplify. They say less than they mean. They leave out nuance. They translate depth into something others can digest. And still, they often walk away feeling unseen. Not because people don't care, but because most people don't naturally operate at that level of internal complexity. This creates a quiet loneliness. They can understand almost everyone around them, but very few people fully understand them. 3. Emotional burnout from caring too much, too often. Highly intelligent INFJs don't just notice how people feel. They track emotional trajectories. They sense when someone is heading toward burnout, a relationship is slowly breaking, a friend is pretending to be okay. They often step into emotional support roles naturally, offering insight, perspective, and comfort. But here's the hidden cost. They rarely receive the same depth of care back. Not because others don't want to give, but because few people can offer the same level of emotional precision and psychological understanding. Over time, this imbalance leads to emotional fatigue. They become the strong one, the wise one, the therapist friend. And sometimes, they just want to be held without having to analyze everything first. 4. Paralysis from seeing too many outcomes. Highly intelligent INFJs don't just see one path forward. They see 5. For every major decision, their mind maps best case scenario, worst case scenario, emotional consequences, long-term ripple effects, how others will be impacted. This makes them thoughtful decision makers, but it can also lead to analysis paralysis. They may delay action not because they're lazy, but because they can see how things could go right, how things could go wrong, and how both might hurt someone. They feel responsible for consequences before they even happen. So while others act quickly and adjust later, INFJs often sit with choices longer, trying to find the path that causes the least harm and the most meaning. The result? Sometimes they move slower in life, not from fear, but from deep ethical and emotional consideration. 5. Holding themselves to unrealistically high internal standards. Highly intelligent INFJs are often deeply self-aware. They know their flaws. They see their blind spots. They recognize when they fall short of their own ideals. But instead of shrugging it off, they internalize it. They may think, I should have handled that better. I should be more disciplined. I should be doing more with my potential. Because they see both who they are and who they could become. They live with a constant awareness of the gap between the two. This can drive growth, but it can also lead to quiet self-criticism that never fully turns off. They're often far harder on themselves than they are on anyone else. 6. Struggling to find environments that match their depth. Highly intelligent INFJs crave meaningful work, authentic relationships, conversations with substance, environments aligned with their values. But modern life often runs on speed, efficiency, and surface interaction. They can function in those spaces, but they don't thrive in them. They may feel restless in purely transactional workplaces, social circles built on gossip or status, environments where emotions are ignored or minimized. This can lead to a feeling of being out of place. Even when they're technically successful, they don't just want to exist somewhere. They want their presence to matter in a meaningful way. Until they find spaces that align with their depth, they may carry a quiet sense of disconnection. 7. The loneliness of being both strong and sensitive. Highly intelligent INFJs often develop emotional resilience early in life. They learn to process pain internally, support others during crisis, stay calm in emotionally intense situations. This makes them strong. But they're also deeply sensitive to emotional undercurrents, rejection, and disconnection. So they live in a paradox. They can carry heavy emotional weight, but they also feel everything intensely. People see their strength and assume they don't need support. But strength doesn't cancel sensitivity. It just means they've learned to carry it quietly. Being a highly intelligent INFJ is not just about insight and empathy. It's about learning how to live with a mind that never stops analyzing, a heart that never stops caring, a vision that sees beyond the present, and a depth that doesn't always find its mirror in the world. Their struggles are not signs of weakness. They are the natural side effects of a personality built for understanding, meaning, and emotional truth. And when highly intelligent INFJs learn to set boundaries, quiet their inner critic, accept that they can't save everyone, and find environments that value depth, they don't just cope. They thrive, in a way that quietly changes the lives of everyone around them.